Yeah, this is another stage of planting this yam. Another stage of development in this yam, Ikpen. The stage is getting closer to the time of harvest. So there is another thing that people must know concerning this special species of yam, Ikpen, in Bini language. This stage, when we were planting this yam, we buried it on the ground. We covered it with sand. So this stage now, it has gotten to almost the time of harvest. Then, see what we do. We remove the sand from the head. Let me show you the head. Look at the head. We remove the sand from the head to expose the head. What is the meaning of that? I think you see, as the sand is still on top of the head, it's covered the head, it will be developing in that his head. It will be developing there, to be swollen or big in the head. So when you remove this sand now, the rain will fall on it, beat it, wash it, then the head will remain static, remain where it is, and develop its produce underground. Instead of the head being big, it will now channel that thing that will make the head bigger to the produce, to the one it's producing on the ground. So that's the essence of this, to expose the head of the yam. It takes time to do this, but it's easier this time because the ground is soft. This time around, you use hand. So the ground is soft. It's not bad when you are using hand. You remove it properly. Just look at the way I'm doing it now. You can see now, remove the sand from the head. Though the ground is soft, so as you are removing it like this, you will trace the neck. You trace the neck. That is where the produce started from. So that you have an understanding of how it stands in case you want to start uprooting meat. Just look at it. Like this now. We have seen it's produce, then you cover the side of the produce and expose only the head so that the head will be exposed for water to touch it, for rain and sun to beat it, and for the sun to dry it. So, see, I've exposed the head just like that, and it's very, very significant. Some people will ask, why are we doing it like this? If you don't do it like this, can't it produce? Yes, by next year, after harvest, we bury this one again to get the one we used to plant, Igmi. Understand? That's why we're doing it like this. We are going to, when harvesting, you cut under the neck where its produce started from. You uproot the produce, remove it from from the ground and buried the head again. Understand? You buried the head again. That head will now develop to the one you will use to plant. And to the extent, some will develop to the extent that you will cut it into 4, 3, 2 parts for you to plant. And that's why all these stages are maintained and followed. So that's why these stages, all stages must be followed. When you uproot the produce now, when you uproot the produce, you bury the head. That head, you leave it for like, let's say we, giving instances, when we harvest by November, you bury the head. November, there will still be rain, 1 or 2 times. November, December, January, February, you bury the head. That time, for about 4 months, 3 to 4 months, will be enough for it to produce the good one that we used to plant by April, May. You understand? So that is why we must follow this stage. But for those that doesn't understand it, don't be scared. Just watch this video, follow the beginning to the end. Then if you want to be an Ikpen yellow yam farmer, you will get it from this video. It's very, very clear the way I explained it, the way we started it. This theory and practical. We teach the theory and practicalize as you are saying it. So don't be confused about it. And you can as well call if you don't know how to do it. Where you don't understand, we'll explain to you better. So let me show you around the farm. So see the farm. This side, all these ones is called Ikpen. As you can see, you see the color. Dark green in nature shows the development. As a farmer, you can read what this farm can give, like this, what this yam can give, whether the produce will be good or not. With this kind of color of the leaves and branches, what we call Ugbonawaru in Bini. Owaru means the farm has lot of branches and leaves, and that gives it power to produce very well. If the branches and leaves are many like this and it's not dark green, it will be a problem. It will be a problem because the production will be in a doubt. You understand? So we are doing it gradually. We clear. You know, another thing you must do to the farm, continuous clearing of the grasses. Clear the grasses. See this yam and pumpkin together, mixed together. Never knew that pumpkin is so powerful like that. This stage is very, very critical. If you don't do it, you don't expect enough seed to plant, what we call Igni, next year. From next year planting is what we are preparing now. See, another thing that I did not tell you. You see, when we were planting with that long yam, Ipepe. You know, I told you I was planting with long yam. And we have Igmi side. That is the first side, that's Igmi. You know, when I was, the first stage, when we were planting, after digging the hole, I want to bury this yam. We have long one like this. And this one now, See, it has decayed. But meanwhile, it has already sprouted, germinate, and start producing. As it's producing, this one will no longer be useful. You know what I'm saying? Throw it away. Not really first. Clean the head very well. So let me show you now. This one was the one we used to plant. It has served its purpose and it has decayed. So we now throw it off. It has nothing to do with anymore. We throw it off because it has established a new yam that will produce for the one we will harvest. That is it. Always ask questions if you don't understand. Well done. No work never ends in the farm. Look at this side I want to show to you. This is white yam. White yam. And let me show you. This one is another species. That side I showed to you before was Ikpen, yellow yam. This is the white yam. White yam is different from water yam. We are just clearing it now because it was bushy. Let me show you another thing. You can see this side is white yam. We have a mowe, Womo, Tioma, Koso, you know, different names in our local dialect. So people that are really doing farming on yams, we know what I'm talking about. If you don't know how to do yam farm, just watch this video. I think you will have the understanding. Another thing I want to show you. See this yam on the ground. See it. If you don't empower it, it will just die away. You understand? It will die away. You have to empower it by putting it on the stick you prepared for it to climb and develop. So you check them on a regular basis, because if it's not burnt, it will have that power to produce what you want. It needs special care. Go there all the time, check the farm, because it's just like animals. The more you have time for them, the more you get the results you are looking for. Likewise farm, likewise crops. You see them, but this one is just organic, no chemical weeding, no fertilizer, nothing. We planted, maintain it, clearing, just that, and we leave the rest for God. So that is how we farm here. We have the environment, good atmosphere, good land. Just that the problem we are facing now is the community people selling off the land for just to build house. As time goes on, this place will be a big problem. People are already suffering it. This place is very close to the residential area. If you go 1 kilometer away, 2 kilometers away, they have sold them for peanuts for people to just come and build house. No plan whatsoever. Just for people to come and build house. And Rokosa people are suffering now because of these community boys and elders that doesn't mean well for this community. It's only in Edo South that this nonsense is happening. Nobody want to farm, nobody want to do anything, but you are just forcing the people to sell their land for your own selfish interest. I beg the government to wake up to their responsibility and save our land.